Hey guys, so I'm making another little video here on Options Angel for all of you guys. I'm using headphones today to see if that helps the sound a little. I need to get like a microphone or something that works better than this, but hopefully this sounds a little bit better. There might be some feedback on it. I'm not sure how to fix that. I'm not techie, but I was gonna jump right into options, and then I realized that there's like a bunch of new people who are following me. Thanks guys, y'all are the best. So I thought I would start off with a little stock market basics. So the stock market is a tug of war between the buyers and the sellers. The buyers are known as bulls, the sellers are known as bears. So you may hear of the market being bullish or bearish. That means if a market is bullish, that means the buyers are in control, stocks are going up, the economy is healthy, the outlook is good. If the bears are in control, that means that the market is going down. There could be news coming out causing that to happen, panic sets in and people start selling. The outlook on the economy isn't good and everyone's pessimistic, and that's usually what starts a bear market. So that will determine how you trade, whether you're trading just straight stock shares or you're trading options. And then you have to pull up your charts. You'll see the patterns, and those will help you. Patterns are formed by candlesticks. So if you're going to start with the very basics, it would be candlesticks. Candlesticks are the very foundation of trading. They give you the gauge on other traders' emotions. They're from the 17th century when a rice trader in Japan realized that the emotions of people affected the way the commodity of rice was traded. So he came up with a way to input like the emotions plus price. And this is what candlesticks are that we use to this day. We can see this sentiment of other traders from all over the world without ever knowing anybody. You have your basic bullish and bearish candlesticks, which when you start out, that's what everyone pretty much knows. I mean, that's what I knew. I didn't realize that there were other candlesticks like doji candlesticks, which show indecision. I just thought that they were just smaller bullish or bearish candlesticks, but no, they can show you indecision with a bearish or bullish bite. That's really hard to say. It's like a tongue twister. A bullish or bearish bias, or they can be super indecisive and you just don't know where the stock is going to go tomorrow. And those would be the more dangerous ones to trade, and I would stay away from that. And those candlesticks form support and resistance. Support and resistance is probably one of the, if not the most important thing to know when trading in the stock market. Price is affected by this. If you see a stock hitting a certain price multiple times and falling, that's a very strong resistance level. You don't want to buy around that level. If you do, unless you're shorting a stock or taking the bearish side of things, then you're going to lose money. If you see the stock hitting a certain price at the bottom multiple times and bouncing up, that's when you'd want to get in. So you could ride the move up, sell it. So the big thing that you'll hear is buy at support, sell at resistance. And when I first started out, I didn't really understand that concept, so it caused me to lose money. And that's one of the most basic things that you need to know. And the bodies and the wicks of candlesticks form those levels. So when you pull up your charts, you need to map out your support and resistance. And then those candlesticks group together to form patterns. And those patterns are also going to be support and resistance. They're going to give you clues as to the direction of the stock. There's bullish patterns and there's bearish patterns. So if a bearish pattern has formed on a chart, you're not going to want to take a long position hoping it's going to go up. You're either going to want to ride the price move down, or you're going to want to wait till it hits that bottom and then ride back up. So you need to learn candlesticks, support and resistance, and patterns. It's super, super important if you want to be a successful trader. So yes, it takes time, it takes effort. You have to want to do it. You can't just make a trade and hope that it's gonna yield a return. It might take years for that to happen, and it might never happen. So that's something that if you're going to trade in the stock market, you need to know. Even if you're investing, I mean, you can probably get away with it. Investing and not just buying, I mean, even if I was investing, I'd still want to get the best entry possible, because that gives me the best opportunity to make a profit. And the patterns also give you hints as to how everybody is feeling, traders are feeling, but patterns break down all the time. So you've got to pay attention to news. Like, I'll give you an example. I was in a trade this past last week I bought a NVIDIA call. So I was bullish. I thought the price was going to go up. It did go up, but it went up the same day that I bought it. And it was breaking out of a bullish pattern, and then the news with the whole trade wars and everything happened, and that thing tanked. So instead of doing what it was supposed to do, what I thought it was going to do, it did the opposite, and I lost the entire trade. And things like that are going to affect how you trade. So you need to learn support, resistance, candlesticks, and patterns. I spent a year and a half learning those things, and more so recently, because I didn't realize until more so recently how incredibly important they were. So I watched a lot of videos, I read blog posts, I looked at charts, and you have to be willing to put in the time and the effort if you want to be successful. If you're just like, oh, I'm just going to follow Angel and whatever she does, or follow someone else and whatever they do, or they don't know what they're talking about. It's Angel. She's not professional. She doesn't know what she's talking about. Trust me. I've lived through it. I know what I'm talking about. So you got to find a place where you can study and study good material. I mean, I followed the Bullish Bears group. They give their courses away for free. You're not paying a ton of money to take somebody's course, and they're great courses, and I've learned a lot from them. So I mean, you can look them up on Facebook, YouTube, and follow them, take their courses, look them up online, and you have to learn. And when you do that, it gives you a ton of options to grow your wealth. It gives you options in life. I mean, I could, once I get the hang of this successfully, and with the whole, I have a strategy that I personally want to do where I want to day trade calls and puts, possibly hold them overnight depending on the circumstances, and I want to swing trade stock or spreads for a living. So that's something that I'm currently studying and working on and learning, and it takes time and effort and practice. And I opened a paper trading account with Thinkorswim in TD Ameritrade, and it's great. So I'm practicing that. I'm doing pretty good with it, and we'll see where it goes from there. But you have to be willing to put in the time and the effort, and trust me, it's a lot of fun and it's worth it. And love you guys. Have fun. Study, 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 and follow me, like and subscribe, comment to my YouTube, much appreciated, and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook at Options Angel. See you next time.